Have you ever wondered what chariot wheels are doing beneath the sea? The Red Sea is not just a body of water, it's a graveyard tied to one of history's greatest miracles, the Great Exodus. In this clash between science and religion, what is the real truth? Let's dive deeper.
Deep at the bottom of the ocean, surrounded by dark sand and saltwater, lie ancient golden chariot wheels. According to the myth of the Great Exodus, a massive sea parted to allow an escape, before violently collapsing and swallowing a pursuing army. When divers discovered these very real physical wheels in 1978, it forced researchers to ask if the ancient story was actually grounded in reality. But to understand how physical artifacts end up matching ancient texts, we must examine the water itself. Even its very name feels entirely supernatural. The Red Sea isn't dyed with blood. It gets its intense color from a microscopic algae called Trichodemium erythraeum. When these organisms die in massive blooms, they rupture, spilling a thick, rusty red pigment into the otherwise clear water. Red Sea biology masks brutal physical realities behind the imagery of supernatural myth. Let's apply that scientific lens to the biggest myth of all, the parting of the sea. In 2010, the National Center for Atmospheric Research ran a massive computational study to see if splitting a body of water was physically possible. This diagram shows wind setup. A continuous 100-kilometer-per-hour wind over specific coastal geometry exerts force to push massive volumes of water backward, completely exposing the seabed. The simulation revealed a 4-hour dry land bridge before the displaced water violently collapses back. The Exodus event doesn't require magic. It perfectly matches the mathematics of an extreme meteorological anomaly, one uniquely timed to trap a pursuing army. That lethal physics engine is still running today. Off Egypt's coast lies the Dahab Blue Hole, a 130-meter-deep sinkhole widely known as the Divers' Cemetery. On the surface, the water looks perfectly calm, yet over 200 elite divers have died here. To understand why, look at this schematic demonstrating nitrogen narcosis. As a diver descends, massive external pressure forces nitrogen gas molecules to dissolve directly into their bloodstream, traveling straight to the brain. At those depths, the nitrogen acts like a potent narcotic. As divers enter a 26-meter-deep, pitch-black tunnel called the Arch, they experience severe intoxication and disorientation. They literally forget which way is up. The Dahab Blue Hole claims lives because it creates an environment where extreme fluid pressure directly overrides human cognitive function. When the Red Sea claims a ship, it becomes a flawless, frozen museum. Today, the SS Thistlegorm remains packed with fully intact wartime cargo. When explorer Jacques Cousteau discovered the wreck in 1955, he found the scene perfectly preserved. The same is true for the Salem Express, a passenger ferry that sank in 1991. The site remains an untouched official war grave, holding the personal belongings of hundreds of passengers. The unique chemical environment of these depths protects maritime tragedies, locking them in a permanent vault. But there is a reason the Red Sea generates these extreme conditions, like its unusually high 4.1% salinity and corals that can survive intense global warming. The Red Sea is an active tectonic rift, sitting directly where the African and Arabian plates are violently tearing apart. Every single year, the distance between these two enormous landmasses physically widens by 1 to 2 centimeters. If you want surface-level proof of this underground expansion, look at East Africa. In 2005, a 60-kilometer crack ripped open the Ethiopian desert in a matter of weeks, mirroring the exact tectonic violence happening beneath the sea. The Red Sea is an infant ocean. Tens of millions of years from now, this constantly spreading tectonic rift will grow into the Earth's next massive body of water.